ones within. This episode was actually a lot more laid back than I actually expected, which was pretty nice. Not only was it laid back, they really didn't take a crazy approach, in my opinion, when it came down to after dealing with such a serious episode with the Cursed Sisters and seeing how they were going to be like deadly, deadly. It was just nice to know that they're going back to giving these characters some time to, you know, bring themselves back from the grave, so to speak, and not have to really, yeah, that attack don't work, Zoro. Really not have to think about what they just experienced, try to take the pain off or whatever you want to say, but it leads to us, having this interesting conversation with the two characters that kind of have some idea that there's something more going on, or at least one of the characters that knows for sure there's something more going on, and him kind of just stepping forward and asking questions about it. But because of that, it also led him to um, the White Room, which sure it wasn't at towards the very beginning, but because he had this information that he already had obtained and he just hadn't gone through all of it by the time they were offered to go out to the bathhouse or whatever, him learning about his grandfather's critical condition, it feels like one or two ways like things had to happen, right? Like either the main guy in the suit was mad that he had these documents in the first place and that he, was snooping around on stuff that he shouldn't be snooping around. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure some of these documents came from the fact of, or came from the research of what's the girl that's a scientist. So that's also the weird part of this is, was it really, um, was it really Mr. Pakasan that, got all this, or were all of these people recruited and chosen by someone that's already within their group trying to help them, grow and see all these survivors, all these viewers? Are we in a position to start questioning these characters on our side even more? The character that actually had all this information and, went forward in trying to get answers is now pretty much gone because he, flew off the handle. He went all the way up to him and tried to get every single thing out of him, or he went in there asking the question, what is going on with my grandfather that I can't see him or something, and by doing that, gave himself away. I am not fully sure, but that's my guess is he had a sword already and stuff like that, but to then see that there wasn't any like damage done anywhere, I'm not saying it's an indicator that nothing happened at all, but it did feel like some type of indication that he didn't even have a chance. Like maybe there's some type of thing they can do to these kids that's already been set up that makes them blank out, and next thing you know, you're just waking up. I'm not sure, but regardless of all that, this episode definitely had that tone of it was too relaxed to be true. And to see all of our guys getting absolutely annihilated because of the the Paka guy in the first place taking off the signs for the bathing house, which is not a which is not a bad. I mean, he probably didn't take them off because there would have been a 50-50 chance of them not even going in there. So I think that would have ruined his joke, his joking time even more. And like he said, the viewer count went up even more tremendously. So that's another reason why he would, go ahead and put them in the same bathhouse, seeing how all these perverts and freaks are the people he's trying to entertain clearly, so now I'm just really interested in the grand scheme of where all of this is going to grant them like leniency. Do they get easier games or do they get harder games? Like, think about it. Now that they just took somebody to the White Room and he's pretty much stuck in there, we now have to imagine he's going to either be stuck there. Oh my god, they nerfed the crap out of One Piece characters. That's what you get for being so OP. But they're still OP. They're either gonna nerf the ever-living crap out of what's his face out of the games. Like with one of them being gone, they could literally just make a game that you need every single person, and because every single person is not there, they lose. Like, oh, everybody has to push a button at the same time, and no one can push two buttons. Wow, you guys lose. You know what I mean? Like, is it gonna get harder or is it gonna get easier? And now I'm really interested in that fact of the show just in general to see like what they actually come up with. Not only what they come up with, but will it be dumbed down because they're missing a teammate? And not only that, the person who's going to be really, really mad is the man who wanted to complete every single game with all of his teammates, right? So now we're getting into that position of what is this going to leave our group reacting as if they don't have everybody, if they kind of feel like they're under addressed or something. It's going to get interesting, I feel like, with this new turn of events. So I hope everybody is enjoying it, and if not, let me know why you don't enjoy, and I'll definitely try to see what you're going and trying to get at. I'm pretty understanding when it comes down to a lot of these shows because none of them are like shows I want to champion it and everybody should watch it, because I'm watching it. Like it's not like that. It's more or less I can't see every single negative thing if there's a lot of positives for me to enjoy. And because I'm enjoying the positive things that I like and I'm bringing attention to, it really doesn't sound like there's anything negative happening with this show. So if there are those people out there that have their opinions of the show being bad and all that stuff, it's good to hear. But at the same time, if you're just trying to say I'm scum and the show is scum, then you're not going to get any attention from me. But if you have actual good reasoning as to why you don't like this stuff, I can understand it, and I'll even maybe want to hear more about it. But usually people can say things that I can just take, I could take in and then be like, okay, so that's clearly how this dude feels or how she feels, and there's no change in that, which I don't need to change any of your guys' opinion because it's your opinion. So just understand that there's people out there that have separate opinions, and I mean, my anime people are pretty smart enough to know that already, so I'm pretty proud of y'all for that. A lot of these people nowadays just don't really get it. They just don't kind of take in any of this stuff seriously, and because of that, it makes us all look kind of suspect in the anime community. But then when you have these people that can literally hear and change their opinions, and even not only change their opinions, but sometimes even amazing to see. But we gotta use our words in the right way. And I'm sorry that I'm giving you a lecture. But overall, another great episode. I mean, like I was saying, this week's episode did have that feeling of it's going way too smooth, and then the girls go in. But that wasn't even that bad, right? Like they could have ended up as as our main character says, dead, life over. I love when Japanese voice actors say things in English because I'm pretty sure they I guess they might not have something that, kind of remotely translates that well to what he said in this week's episode. Like if you go, I think I was at like 15 something in the episode when he's just like, "We'll be far from dead, life over," like something like that, man. Like I love it so much. I'm not saying like trying to make fun of him or anything for saying it like the way he does, but I just thought that not only do you have to say it in character, they have to pronounce it, pretty much the only way they know how to pronounce it. And it just kills me to think that the characters are saying it that way too. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm an anime lover. Okay, don't you could judge me. Okay, whatever. But overall, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I hope you guys checked out all the videos. If not, thank you for checking out any of them, if at all. So yeah, have an awesome one, and I will definitely talk to y'all tomorrow with more content. So with that, peace.